Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome to a new playthrough in Total War Warhammer 2, where we are going to be playing as Taurox the Brass Bull, which is unlocked through Mixu's faction unlocker, which should be linked down in the description. If it's not, please tell me off. Anyway, basically his things obviously focus about Minotaurs. They're cheaper to recruit, they've got less recruitment time, we get a bit extra bestial rage. Minus 30 upkeep for Minotaurs in the army, and a passive ability Berserk for the ball. Obviously we get all the normal Beastmen things as well. Anyway, let's jump straight into this. Under a scarlet moon, Taurox was reborn. He rose up and bellowed his defiance, blood cascading from his now brazen frame. For the gods had rewarded his fell deeds with a body of shining metal. No more would he tire, no more would he have a moment's respite from the rage that consumed him. Clashing his rune-scribed axes together in savage pride, Taurox set off once more and began the slaughter anew. This time he did not stop. The brass bull will not stop until somehow put in his grave once and for all. So he's a Gorble lord, to make him a bit interesting. So the Manblight tribe here, obviously hordes with beastmen. We've got Greybeards, which are bestial rage. The beastmen increases as they fight battles. A Greybeard will form if it grows sufficiently, with a powerful buffs to casualty replenishment and horde growth. High bestial rage will not spawn extra armies. So it kind of says it does, then doesn't. And we can use beast paths. I'm pre-warned. Please feel free to throw me lots and lots of oh nice, lots and lots of hints and tips, because I am terrible with the Beastmen. And suggest what you think we should have as our aim for this playthrough, because I'm not going to try and destroy everything on the map, because I'm not insane. But I thought I wanted to give this guy a go. Obviously we have, let's be honest, our first thing here is attack. Oh, we've got ambush. I didn't realise these guys had ambush like that. I'm going to take it. First battle, so has to be fought. I suspect this is not going to be a difficult battle. Obviously we are playing on hard, but still I think this is going to be a fairly simple battle, where we should cut through Uldof Kalb. We do have all of the Mixu legendary lords on, so we should see a few interesting people about. I don't think we need to be really careful with our formation here. Just one mass charge. If they can chase them, you can go and hit them quickly to start with. And yeah, here we go. Oh, these poor people. Let's look at our lord there, glowing in brass. I may have to look up some of his lore if you guys don't want to tell me it, but yeah, they seem to be doing quite well there. Oh wow, we've already broken parts of their force. Chasing them off nicely, shooting in, let's be honest, their entire army is cracking now. This is pretty much already over. Wow, that was devastating actually. He's got 22 kills, 42, so yeah. Things went well. Oh wow, my razor gauls are shredding them. And to be fair, we're not leaving many of their troops alive. These guys are going to get captured there, which is good, with my harpies battering them. I'm not a huge fan of harpies, but they should be able to deal with these guys. As you can see, they are quite happily dealing with these guys. I don't like this dark map. Oh, oh, oh! Oh, they've already broken. Okay, it's over. I think it's safe to say the Beastmen won that battle. I don't remember that auto charge being a thing, or that ambush thing being a thing. Maybe it's something to do with this faction specifically, or I could just be misremembering because I don't play Beastmen often because, as mentioned, I'm not a huge fan of them. So I'm trying to think of a suitable goal for this campaign. Obviously, we want to destroy Altdorf and make sure that the Wood Elves die, because they're Wood Elves and we are Beastmen. We are natural enemies. And taking out Altdorf is just a general good thing for us to do. Obviously, we do want to spend some time building up before we go nuts. I don't need the replenishment. Alright. Take the replenishment because I don't want to take the negative bestial rage, because upping this is good. That's where we get a Bray Herd. Unruly, what does that mean? Yeah, so it gets low, they fight themselves and start taking attrition. So one of the things, while you can sit back, you don't want to sit back for too long. Oh wow, that's not even worth it. I'm in the wrong stance to recruit, but we will batter Norden down next time. Right, so I don't get that up to unlock those ones until I'm level 10. Obviously, movement range first. Oh, that's very nice. That's also very nice because we will do a lot of raiding. But reducing our upkeep and recruitment cost as these guys is going to be very, very important early on. Extra research, extra chaos corruption, grizzly trophies. Because each time we get one of these, you want to push down here to get the extra research rate, because each one of these reduces the overall research rate, which is not necessarily great. Extra leadership fighting men seems good. Extra horde growth is very good. But as you see, everything I go for, extra horde capacity, recruitment capacity is good. First things first though, let's go straight for that one. No, I don't want to be spending that money. We can always go back to that. How much cash do we have? Oh. Why is it letting me... Let's just see what happens. I may have found a bug if that actually lets me do that, because it should cost 5,000. But if it lets me do it without it costing me 5,000, it's a little bit hacky, but I'll take it. I will take the little bug. I will also let Mixu know about that, so if he's not watching this. Because obviously that is something which shouldn't really be happening. So I will go let him know, because these mod creators are awesome. It's hardly surprising there's the odd little bug, because, quite frankly, it's amazing what they do and they manage to pull off with no resources, pretty much. And it is a big thing. I do have to say a big thank you to every mod creator out there, because for time and effort, I mean, I've made little tiny mods, and that takes time. Whereas something like this, I dread to think how much of their personal time it takes. Yeah! So I can't do that one, but that was definitely a bug, because I definitely got that one for free. Raise and Defile gives us extra horde growth. There we go. We're all about the horde growth. So yeah, I'm going to keep pushing down this one to start with to get that. Extra Gorbals are good. Lightning Strike is going to be incredibly good for us, so I want to go there really early. And then the extra horde growth. And that. So yeah, the blue tree first for a change. And we are pushing up nice. We're potentially going to get ourselves get ourselves a Bray herd soon. I'm not necessarily going to go and I don't want to become this early. I want to play a little carefully. So I'm not going to go and declare war on other people. I'm going to deal with these guys first. So I'm going to start pushing towards Von Rocken down there. And then go hit their capital. I was like, oh, we should have turned this on. And I just realised I'm using Mixu, so I can't. And having extra chaos here wouldn't really help. So the Red Horn tribe are somewhere relatively near. I think they generally start down around here somewhere. So, you know, there are other Beastmen tribes around, which is a good thing for me, potentially. But then again, you can end up fighting them, but you can also confederate them. So, but income is a big thing here because, well, we don't have much which actually really makes us income. Right, so I can't actually level anything up yet. We don't have any population surplus, so we don't want to be doing that. We will gain all our money from raiding and sacking settlements long run. Ah, I should have done a bit of recruitment. Next term we'll look at doing some recruitment because we've got a bit of spare income to spend. And again, early on I want to be a bit careful with that, but that's what I dislike about factions like this is I'm very bad at managing the economy. So building up can be very, very tricky. I know as certain lords you basically get free armies. Like here we're going to be utilising the cheap, well, relatively cheap Minotaurs as well. And it's why we're going for the cheap unit. Oh, Norden behind me there. That's fine, I can start raiding potentially to get some income up. But no, it is a big thing with these guys is actually making sure you've got the economy to do what you want, and your economy is based on being aggressive. So he's 25 to adopt. So we should still be able to adopt hidden. Oh, wow, which is definitely worth it with them. There. Not much we can recruit at the moment, though. Getting some Ungors in isn't necessarily a bad thing. No. Von Rocken is definitely weak. So if we can smash there for a bit of extra growth and then just sneak across the border to do some raiding, they will probably come back and resettle it, at which point I can smash it again. Letting them rebuild and keeping them weak is another good tactic to play as these guys early. You know, you want to pick your factions, pick your fights, but making people weak. And here, certainly, they're having to deal with all this spread of corruption as well. So picking on weak factions early on. If you end up at too many wars, you will start to have big issues. And there you go, they are going and reinforcing, which is going to reduce what I can do. But there are things we can do, and there you go. This is something we will find we will get a lot of. We will have a lot of people declaring war on me, so... unfortunately, that is too big a force in Dunrocken, but they don't necessarily know where I am because I'm in a lovely hidden encampment. So I can wait until they move out and then hit there, but it's still risky because I'm quite weak at the moment. I don't know what their army is. Ooh! I'll take a Brave Shaman because he is a Gorble, so that gives me some magic usage. He's one of the wild, so different abilities, not necessarily my favourite ability, so summoning a Cygor is awesome. We're going to raid here. They make... Yeah, I don't want to do that. No, we're going to stay in a hidden encampment here. Just to try and pester them. What is his actual ability? So he can just block the army.
By Sigma, no!
Ah, I should have built some more troops. Never mind. Even though Goreherd, you know, basic Lobi Goreherd are worth it simply because they're throwaway troops you don't care about, guys. So, you know, I don't care if Goreherd get shredded and die because, well, they're Goreherd. Who cares? God damn it, we're in at war with Hochland as well. And this is the other big danger, is the Empire don't like Beastmen and have been known to just go nuts chasing you down. So you do want to be very, very, not too careful, but you have to be careful. So...
Absolutely not.
And we will get the Bestial Moon event every so often. I obviously need to go and try and find someone else. What we might do is we might just take a wide berth and raid through here. Maybe hit some Kislevite territory, or we could try and sneak through the middle. But there's the danger of getting yeah. But we are spreading lots of corruption here, so the other thing which will happen eventually is there will be a chaos uprising in this territory from the corruption we're spreading, so... You know, and my Brave Shaman is also spreading corruption. But that will probably take quite a while, and I imagine my herd will become quite unruly before then, so... Not necessarily the best of options, so again, this is a... It's one of the things I don't like. You want to be aggressive, but at the same time you've got to be careful about your aggression. I hate these things. The extra 10 bestial range would be quite good. I know that's costing me, but I've got plenty of cash at the moment, and hopefully we're going to get a Greybeard pop. If we get a Greybeard pop, that will help us, because obviously it's a little secondary herd we can send off to distract the enemy while we batter them. It tends to have a similar makeup to you, I believe, so... but I could use that to go and attack somewhere, or just to raid, and then Von Rocken, hopefully they would pull out to attack it. Oh, okay, we're going to turn and hit Norden again then, assuming there's no army there. Staying on our toes, but keeping them moving as well as much as we can, basically. But early on we do want to be a bit careful, a bit sneaky. Yeah, that's easier said than done. I'll go for horde growth. And let's disappear again. So we're getting a lot of corruption here, which is very nice. I probably should be raiding, but at this point I'm not necessarily so fussed. We are running a negative at the moment, but I can afford that. For now, that's because of the ability we've got going. I'm not a fan. They are interesting. They do add flavours, those moon abilities, but they're generally always negative for, you know, there's always a negative, and they're not necessarily nice negatives for you. Later on, when everything's running a bit better, you can manage it a lot more, but early on it can be quite tricky. But yeah, if they don't move anything back into Norden, we're gonna go and destroy there. And then we're going to start sneaking around the other way to try and find some settlements to play with. Out and about of where we are. Though, long run, what I might do is I may, you know, look at going somewhere completely different to get away from all of these horrible humies. Perfect range. As long as I don't see an army as I sneak in. Nice. Very nice. And we're going to take the growth again. Because growth is all for us at this point. Yeah, explosions. But I'm tempted to up their corruption spread. Yeah, I'm going to up the spread of corruption because that's also good for us because it means they will take attrition whenever they move. It's annoying because here is a city, but it's not got much in the way of territory. They do have another... I'm not sure where the other town is. It's just over here, so we may well sneak that way next. So the next thing we're going to do is actually do some building. And you see all of these reduce the upkeep for my units further and further and further. Obviously we want to get that unlocked as soon as we can. Because Minotaurs are going to be a big part of all of our armies. Because 246. Whereas even my, you know, my Gore herds are... My Bestigors and Gore herds are... Well, my Gore herds are cheap. So they're still expensive, but they're cheaper compared to what they would be. Actually, I don't know if they were the base values we were seeing. But, you know, it would be remiss of me not to have a lot of Minotaurs in this army, because this army does shout out for them. You beauty! He's dead. He has literally just committed... Oh, maybe not. Retreat. He had a hell of a movement range. And quite a nice little army, actually. So yeah, knowing when to retreat is definitely a good thing. I think I've got a cunning plan, however, which may or may not be a good cunning plan. I may use the Beast Way to try and get to Brass Keep and bash that. Though I'm actually just going to retreat this turn to build up, so I can build up. Because they can't see anything here. So does this faction not get the Gore Herds? There we go. So they can't see me here, whereas I can still see them. So they can't get me. I'm in a hidden encampment. They can still technically find me, but it's harder for them. Whereas if they settle there now, I might actually just about be able to bash them. So that would be a big... Oh, you beauty. So they will have taken a lot of attrition to do that. So this may be a good time to turn around and hit them. I should have built a couple more units. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. We'll have a look at their army, see what I can see first, but because I don't want to kill myself. Then we may do a cheeky save as we sneak forwards.
I refuse.
So yeah, they've really battered themselves. Obviously their lord is still This is a fight battle. But yeah, we should win this. It's not going to be an easy fight, but we should be able to win this one. So Frederick is going to be the biggest issue there, but the Brass Bull should be able to deal with him. They're quite heavy infantry, and actually we've got a lot of good anti-infantry here. My Gore Herd are trash. I'm not even going to pretend. Sorry, my Ungor are trash. I keep calling them Gore Herd. They're Ungor. They are trash units, so I'm not going to worry about them too much. Oh, we do have some Gore Herd in here. They're very good.
Ungors!
There you go, now they're hidden. Where is their artillery? You three can move over there. And you guys can just stay stealth for now. Ah, there it is. Hit that straight away. That is the first thing which has to die, so I'm going to happily sacrifice my Ungors on that. Hit it! You guys, however... No, I'm not going to toggle skirmish mode because you're going to get attacked straight away. That's fine, that's pulling them out of position and we're already hitting them. Right back.
Santigo. Course. First. Undoors.
You guys all forwards. Do we have any spells? Oh yeah. There we go. Just push forwards, please, to engage. Charge! You guys can get right around the back. These guys will do quite well here. Oh no, you don't want to be engaging. You do not want to be engaging. Get your butt back. Chase them down. You guys can just go and form up where you want and just shoot who you want now. Come on. Obviously we have oh no, on my Minotaurs. Berserk, which does make them tougher. Hit them from behind. You guys can support here a bit, please. We're doing nicely over here. Yeah. Oh wow, there's their lord. I was wondering where their lord was. We're somehow on the wrong side of these completely, so yeah. Let's hammer some support in over here. It's only Ungors. Change targets, slam in there, that'll break them. There we go. My brass bull is on Frederick, however I say his bloody name. Keep the pressure on, chase them down, do not let them escape. And they're cracking completely here. So yeah, this is going well. They're completely cracked, and the Lord is gone, and they can't retreat. So yeah, I think we did quite well there. We flanked them nicely. We did try and hold a line, which isn't the most sensible thing there, but my Minotaurs and the Brass Bull himself, Taurox, did very well, and my Centaurs did very nicely. And my Ungors did their job. They held the line, which is what I expect them to do, to be fair. And that should be a nice, solid victory for us. The question is cash or growth. We'll get a good amount of growth from killing them anyway, because it was a big army. Also, dealing with this early on was very good, but they were daft if they hadn't settled then, and now I would be very remiss if I didn't engage his, push into his territory fast. So we're not getting any money for the settlement, so we may as well take the grove. What did we get? Peacekeeper. +2 public order. For every concurrent war. That doesn't really affect us. The charge bonus is good. Despoiler. Nice. And man ruin. Achieve multiple things over men. Nice. And you can buff up that one so we can start working on the next ones. And yeah. So I've got to have 17 units. So yeah, next turn we will dig in, do a little bit more building before we move on. Yeah, recruit a couple more units and get that upgraded building, because we do want to keep upping my herd size. You know, the buildings we've got for my herd. Until we have... This is the other nasty thing about hordes, is actually losing a horde is very, very painful, because you lose all the growth that horde has. It's also why you actually potentially want to get another horde relatively early on, though Confederation is a very nice way of gaining extra hordes, because you gain ones which already have growth. I know in my main campaign, my last campaign, which actually worked as Beastmen, I only end up, at my height I only had something like 4 hordes, because it just wasn't worth having more. It just became too much of an issue to micromanage them, but 4 really powerful hordes, you can just wander the world. We're going to get the Sword of Cain. Because, well, I could just go straight up for the extra growth. That's the extra growth. Long run, that'll be better for us. Short term, not necessarily, but it will also give us access to better buildings. So, see, they're very good long run too. I want a bit more range, so that'll do. And let's think. I love the amount of corruption we've got here now. It's which way we go. Do we push this way? They're not going to quite be getting chaos uprisings yet, but it'll probably be soon. So potentially push down to Norden. I could also just jump over the mountains to Brass Keep to batter there, but that potentially, you know, that's jumping into the unknown, which is dangerous to do. If I had scouts out, that might be worth doing, but for the moment it isn't. We've also got enough units now that we can get a beret herd on the move as well when we start hitting the enemy again. So all is good. Ooh, here they come. And that is another army for us to disintegrate, to eviscerate if we can. And it is taking attrition from being there, and they don't even know I'm here. Literally, they don't have a clue I'm here. The question is, am I in an equipped enough position to take on a relatively full strength army? Though they will be reduced a bit from the attrition. Into the hard dark. So Brave Shamans, let's take the extra corruption. So we're pretty much back to full. This is a risk, hence the cheeky save. Well, we've got to do it now. So this is an ambush. So we're going to be. So this is going to be all about heavy aggression instantly into them. Obviously these guys are the army piercing anti-infantry, so they want to have my Minotaurs hammer them. These guys are going to have my my birdies, my harpies on them. Right. Ooh, definitely gamble with that. Where? Where are their great swords? I definitely saw some great swords.
Course. I can't see.
Right, you're going for that one.
Course.
You're going for that one. You guys are just moving forwards to engage there while these guys shoot. You guys are going to hammer around the back. You guys are just going to be held there. There they are. I thought something like that would happen. Right, you guys can start charging up here. Just slam over into there. Where are my harpies? Oh, bugger. You can go straight for them. And you guys can actually focus fire. You can support up there to start with. This is going to be where they're nasty, the only nasty bit of fighters. I'm going to pull my Minotaurs right down here so they can hammer into the side of them at full speed. I'm going to make mincemeat of them. Hammer into them. Oh, that was beautiful. Obviously these guys do have a not too big a charge bonus actually, so they will make mincemeat there. We're already cracking a lot of these guys. Let's start hammering into the rear to break these. Keep the pressure on there. We've broken their lord. We're going to leave him to run. You can slam in as well. We're going to get some support over here. We've broken them already. Lots of heavy early aggression there is what's won at that for us, to be fair. The fact they double timed as well helped. So they were all a bit winded to start with, but we didn't kill many of them. You know, it was we took, well, to be fair, we took a few losses, unsurprisingly, but we did enough damage to them. And I guess we're pushing back towards Von Rocken now, because we've pushed into their territory a bit more already. We'll just keep this pressure on and try and take out Castle Von Rocken, and then maybe their capital if we're strong, if I'm feeling strong enough. Eat them. So we may get a Brayherd emerging. Not really gaining much from that. It's just to try and maintain my bestial rage. Okay. I want to see if a Goreherd emerges. I think I did read something odd, so I'm not sure we get them as this faction, because the way it read was a little odd. But we'll see. Goreherds are odd. They're like wargs, or you know, they're a little, or wars even. They're a little unruly, not necessarily always controllable, so... But they're a nice little mechanic. Though, again, this is all modded, so this is a faction you shouldn't necessarily have access to, so they may or may not work or even appear. And the way it read did make it sound like they don't necessarily appear for this faction. I guess we will find out shortly. And it's basically just like a little mini baby herd which follows you around. It's not even a baby herd, it's a big old herd follows you around. Come on. So I'm going with no, we don't get them. That's huge. But lighting straight is better for us. Okay, so we're going to push straight into their next turn. But that is something for... Oh, we're in raiding start still. That's fine. That is all something for next time, guys. Sorry about that. I don't know why I'm zooming out to show my territory because I don't have any. As always, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please feel free to pop any comments in the comments section or jump over to my Discord and say hi. There is a link to my Discord in the comments and description, as well as links to my Twitter, my Patreon, and my affiliations with Overclockers and Humble Bundle Games, so please check them out. As always, thank you for watching.